everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome back to my channel. And yes, today I will be in conversation with Mr. Geshe Dorji Damdul. He's the head of the Tibet House in Delhi. I'll be talking to him about the pandemic. What does he think about the pandemic? What was the reason behind it? And his views. Come, let us talk to him. Venerable Gashela, it's such a pleasure that you have come to my channel, and I've been blessed with this good fortune to be able to talk to you. Welcome to my channel.
Thank you, Natalia, and thank you for for making me part of your program, Natalia Suri Mysteries YouTube channel. It is my great honor to be part of this. Thank you so much.
Geshe Lharampa, today's series is on the pandemic situation which the world is battling. So, according to you, why this pandemic, and what is nature trying to teach us through this pandemic?
So basically, this pandemic, the idea is that it is the coronavirus, SARS-CoV-2. This is the virus, and the COVID-19 is a disease. So naturally, it all came from Wuhan, China, and how it came into being. There are several theories. One is from the animals, from the bats to the human beings, and there is another animal to the human beings. This is the one theory. Still another one is the bioweapon they are preparing, and accidentally it simply the virus got kind of out of the hand, out of control, and then it simply spread out of control, and then outbreak of this virus happened. These are the two main theories. One, so basically the idea is that whenever somebody is affected, somebody, whether in form of one individual person or on a large scale, the whole humanity on this earth, so there's involvement of the karma playing into it. So immediate cause is the number one, the loss of control over the virus in Wuhan. This is the immediate cause. And the cause which is behind that, the main cause, is the karma. And the karma is not something to do with the blind belief. This is to do with a very profound analysis, where that all what we're experiencing is the result of what we did earlier. So that is what we call as the karma. And when there is involved, when the whole humanity is involved, this is known as collective karma. So behind this operation, for example, say the person in a spacesuit operates, behind the spacesuit there's a person inside. Likewise, the Wuhan virus, the virus is on the surface, and what is behind that is the karma, collective karma, negative collective karma of the beings of this world. So these two things are operating. When these things operate, then things can really get out of control, and the whole humanity on this earth being affected. So this happened. This is the origin how this pandemic happened. And of course, in in the say 1918 again, it was the pandemic. Then I think the Spain. So now it is the whole worldwide pandemic. So this is because of these two factors. Yeah.
Okay. And what was the reason for the pandemic according to you?
So basically, the point is that some people say that the nature is trying to teach us something, but in reality, the point is that we can take it very positively, but the reason is the virus, we being unable to tackle it skillfully. And so it could be, say, the accidental, it could be negligence, and then the worst is when that happens, then the cover up, that is like nothing's happening, while the whole world is going to be affected. It could easily have been contained at that very the basic from the starting point, it could have been contained very easily. Then the cover up is simply made everything spread so badly, affect the whole world. So that's the main reason. And some people say that the nature is now not being able to bear, and nature is in a way punishing the people inside this. I don't really agree with it. But we can take positive, we can take lesson out of this. We can take lessons out of this, how to protect the nature. This is very important. We can take the lessons out of this. Yes.
And how to come out of it, according to you, out of the situation?
Basically, there are two things. One is how to come out of this COVID-19 the disaster. Twofold. One is that the discovery or developing vaccines and medical the aids, which is currently being done in various parts of the world, like Israel, in America. In America, it seems very positive now that they are doing the human trial. The first phase, I think, is done. It was successful. So this is, and then in other places as well, the trial has been going on with the vaccine. So the vaccine they've already developed, but to make sure that this vaccine can be marketed, for that matter, it needs to be, it needs to fulfill the ethics, the medical ethics. So for that matter, they have to go through this process. It may take like a few months till the end of this year. For sure, year, the vaccine will be ready for the whole world. This is one way to protect us. Then number two is the social distancing. And the government, the respective, all the nations, they become really very desperate. If they are to really lock down the nation, then the economy simply goes down and many people suffer. And then more than the people who are dying because of the coronavirus, directly affected by the coronavirus, many people potentially die because of not having something to eat, domestic violence and so forth. Many people die because of that. So this is because of the lockdown. And of course, the lockdown is one of the best means to stop the spread of the virus. Meanwhile, other repercussions are also there. Consequences there, like domestic violence. Because everyone is locked down in the family, it's not that everybody is so harmonious, friendly with each other. There are the families where there's so much of the sour relationship is happening, and then usually they can go out. Now they can't go out, they are being inside, locked in. Then they have to face each other, then it can become really even more sour. So that way, so much of problem happening, domestic violence and so forth. And then the daily wagers, how do they survive? And then daily wagers, their family members, how do they survive? This is a huge crisis. So therefore, many of the nations and the respective the local places, they are now opening up. They're opening, and they were even making it very clear that we have to learn how to live with coronavirus. This is what they are saying, and no matter whatever is the case, whether the governments and the local administrations, they're opening up the shops and so forth. What is so important on the part of the people, the public, is that they should maintain social distancing. This is so important. It's so important. With these two measures, what I would say is that the social distancing can help us not to spread it so widely till we get the medicines ready in the markets. And then the more immediate, more long-term measure would be to get the medicines and the vaccines. And then and after all, these are just superficial the activities or the things by which to get out of this problem. But behind that is the what we call the collective karma. So the negative collective karma is responsible for the burst of this virus, and the positive collective karma, that is to be kind towards each other. And the one thing that I'm very sure, one thing which everybody is very sure of, is that this crisis, it gave us a mirror to see that the world is interdependent, that all the religions, all the ethnicities, all the nations, all the groups, they are all interdependent. There is no independence there. There is the concept of we and you, I and you, we and them. This concept is outdated, which is very clearly indicated by this the mirror given to us by this this pandemic, 2019 pandemic. So this mirror tells us that we are all heavily interdependent because of lack of the care, because of negligence in Wuhan, China, whole world is affected. We can't say that even if we blame the China, that you are the one, but coronavirus in your place will not go away. So we are affected and we continue to suffer. So if you really want to get rid of this problem, that we be free from this problem, instead of blaming, going for the blame game, which is fully meaningless, we have to really reach out to see how to make some rules and regulations in the UN Charter that the cover-up is not possible, that the unnecessary experimentations of the virus and so forth to be banned. So all these we have to do it collectively, where we have to persuade the China and other places to cooperate with the UNO. So these are the measures.
According to you, what is the biggest lesson you would like to share in a line that people should learn from this pandemic?
So from this we see that, as I said earlier, it is that we are all dependent on each other. This is a very clear message that we got from this, the reality of the pandemic. We see that we are heavily dependent on each other. And without the workers, the people suffer. And without the people, the workers suffer. So we see that both ways they are dependent on each other. And if people becomes weak, the government becomes weak. When the government becomes weak, people become weak. So, and then more educated the people, more the government will be on its toes. More the government is on its toes, more the people will be benefited. So that way, there's mutuality of dependence is an incredibly great lesson from this pandemic. And then this is more locally. Now on the more international, than all the nations, we see how dependent they are. With one negligence happening in one place, the whole world can be affected. And today it is China, but then another time it can be America. We never know. In fact, I would be very confident in saying that in most of the nations, they are doing all these experiments on the bioweapon. On many of the places, it's not China. It's not only China. This is what I can very confidently say. Everything is maintained confidential with the belief that my nation and others, if the need be, we can destroy others, we will survive. This is the illusion. So the world, the whole nation, we have to wake up now. It's time for all of us to wake up now, wake up from the sleep of illusion that my nation will be victory and others should be defeated. This is illusion. This will never happen. We are all interdependent.
Thank you so much, Geshe-la, for the interview and your opinion on the pandemic. I'm extremely, extremely grateful. Thank you so much.
Welcome, Natalia. Thank you so much. Thank you, and all the viewers. Thank you.
So guys, we were in conversation with Mr. Geshe Dorji Damdul. If you have any questions, my email address is given below. You can email me. Do share your views and comments. I'll be waiting. And yes, as you know, I'm posting videos 4 times a week, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday. The time is 7:30 p.m. Do tune in. Don't forget to subscribe, share your comments. And yes, most important, take care of yourself. That is the most important thing. Yes, take care. Bye. See you soon.